What's the most brutal way a family weekend ever started? My brother showed up at my front door with his suitcase and both of his kids, handed me a folder full of legal papers and said, "I need you to take them for a while." No warning, no explanation, just two confused little faces staring up at me, clutching backpacks and a stuffed elephant. His wife had left him 2 months earlier, and he'd been trying to keep everything together, but clearly something snapped. I took them in, set them up on the couch with snacks and cartoons, and then sat down with the papers. Custody emergency transfer, power of attorney, signed and notarized. I called him, and he didn't answer. I texted, nothing. I called again, and finally he sent a text back. "I just need a break." That night was chaos. My wife and I had no idea what bedtime looked like for a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old we barely knew. They were quiet, polite, too polite, like they were afraid to ask for anything. We did our best, gave them baths, made mac and cheese, tucked them in. The next day, I got a call from my mom asking if it was true that we had the kids. She heard from a cousin who saw something on Facebook. I said yeah, and she started crying, said my brother had sent a message saying he was checking into a facility, that he couldn't do it anymore. Turns out he'd been battling depression way worse than he let on. His job was gone. The bills were piling up, and his ex was threatening to go for full custody. He figured if the kids were with family, maybe he could buy himself time to get help. That weekend turned into a month, and then 2. And suddenly we were figuring out school enrollments, dentist appointments, and how to deal with the night terrors. One night, the younger one climbed into our bed crying and said, "Is my daddy ever coming back?" And I didn't know what to say, but we made it work. Slowly, painfully, but we did. And then 3 months later, my brother showed up again. Healthier, sober, steady hands. He hugged his kids so tight they couldn't breathe. And before he even unpacked, he turned to us and said, "I'll never be able to repay you." We told him he already had by choosing to fight his way back to them.